killer day so far. And so what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be going over the A-Leads API and specifically how to use it, what its limitations are, if it is good at all. And I'm going to share some stuff that I'm really not happy about with the A-Leads API. And so if you guys at A-Leads are watching this, hear me, please. I like your guys' service, but I've got some problems with your API. But I'm going to be showing you guys. No, he's trying to get out. Bad dog. But I'm going to be showing you guys how to work with the A-Leads API today. We're going to do that in an ADN, in an HTTP request. I'm going to show you guys how to set up the API, how to make your first API call, and so you can use it to integrate into your flows and automate some lead generation. Okay, so let's jump into it. Cool. Oh, what's this? So in here, we have the A-Leads API docs. But before we do that, first things first, you're going to need to sign up for A-Leads actually. And so when you go to A-Leads, you're just going to go here. You're going to go to the pricing. You're going to select the plan you want, if any plan at all. You do have other alternatives to A-Leads, but this is specifically for A-Leads and A-Leads only video. And then once you are signed up with A-Leads, and if you would be so kind, if you do use A-Leads, please use my referral program, referral link that should be in my link tree, and I'll pop it down below as well. So if you'd be so kind, if you do sign up for A-Leads because of this video, which I will just be objective here, I'll tell you all the things I like and dislike about it so you can make your own educated decision. But I would totally appreciate that. As you see, it gives me a 30% commission for life, which is super cool. We're all trying to make it out there. So you sign up. Then the first thing you have to do, you have to go to settings down here, account, and then you're going to get your developer API. And so you want to have that handy because it's going to be important to be able to call your API later. And then once you get that, you're going to want to pull up this, which is the A-Leads API documentation. Here is the link for it. I'll post the link for this, for A-Leads, for my referral code, all that stuff down below in the body. And then here is NADN. And so NADN, most of you should be familiar with this if you're watching my content. That's probably how it came up, is it's some NADN stuff that you're interested in workflow automation. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add an HTTP request node. So you're just going to go here, you're going to go HTTP request, and then you're going to do post, because we're going to do a post today. And we're going to go over here, and first we're going to find people. You're going to pop it right in here into the URL. And then you're going to add some headers. And the first header is going to be, wait, what is it? Accept application dash JSON. So accept application dash JSON. I always get that mixed up in my head and have to double check. I don't really know why. And then this next one is going to be x-api-key. And this is where you're going to put your guys' API key. I am not going to show you my API key because, well, I don't want it to get stolen. And then down here in the body, you're just going to click this. Then you're going to click using JSON. And then we're going to type out our JSON here. But really, we don't have to do too much typing. We can actually go to the A-Leads API docs. We can pop down on this filter. And then we could just choose the items we want to add, and then we can just copy and paste it here. So let's see, what do we want to add? Let's do string sea level. And you can see here it's going to add it right here. And then let's do exclude intern. It's going to add it right here. And then let's find. Let's see what else. Let's do privately held, exclude nonprofit, HQ location. Let's go United States. And then the company size one's kind of interesting. So they do by integers. And so you'd actually have to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go to this corresponding integer. And so we can say, let's, for instance, 1, 2, 3. And I think it does it here, but I don't know if that's correct. I know it works in this, hang on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I used it before like this, and it should just work. I think you unwrap it from the quotes, and I think that's kind of what, because right now it says null, null, null. I don't know what that's all about. Let me just, there you go. Company, do 1, 2, 3. There we go. See, no wrapped in quotes. That's what we want. Mapped company by size. Then let's see, what else do we want? So here's the thing about the A-Leads API. It is real frickin' finicky. It's super frickin' annoying to work with, actually. It has a lot of limitations, and all those make it just very, very difficult to work with. It's probably one of my least favorite APIs that I've ever worked with, outside of, let's say, Phantom Buster. Phantom Buster, you guys suck with your API. But let's just pop that in here. And then I'm going to pause for a second, pop in my API key, and I'll run it and test it for you guys. 1 second. Okay, sweet. So this is what we got. So you can see here on the left-hand side, these are the results from your HTTP request. Who do we find? We found somewhere in the Great Bangor area. It gives you a description of the business, gives you the industry they're in, gives the company LinkedIn URL, company size, looks like a 2, and then it gives the HQ full address. It gives all this other information, connection count, and then gives the title. This person's the CEO. His name is Brian. Got some IDs and stuff, and then it gets a description of the member. So you can leverage this description of the member and whatnot in all kinds of different areas. And then, you got of course, their website, and I am going to actually map this in. I just created a quick table here. You got HQ location. He's been here for 7 years. Full name is this right here, so we just get rid of that. Domain, size range 1 to 10 employees. This is Mary, Kathleen, Brian. And let's see what else we got here. And you just map this into whatever database you have. Then we got another person here, and there's no email yet because we have to enrich for email, which I'll show you guys in the next step. But let me just make sure that I can slap the company in here. Where is it? Company name? Here it is. Okay, cool. So we got company, and then you can see here that we got a whole bunch of other results, right? Because I didn't filter too much. But here's the thing with A-Leads. Let's count these results. So this is a full page of results. This is as many results as you can get. It looks like we're going to be about 26 results, which all my testing leads me to see 26 results. And here is my major, or 25 results. Here's my major issue with A-Leads. One, the per page output is 25 results, which wouldn't be a big deal by itself. But the maximum number of pages you can go through is 20. So do the math here. 20 times 25, that's 500. So you're saying that I can only get 500 leads from one single search parameter? It is a huge failing, a major miscalculation. Terrible job, A-Leads. Terrible, terrible, terrible job. Because now what this requires you to do, there is no other option. I've been talking with them, and they basically told me, "Eat rocks, kid." And their response time is actually extremely slow as well. So for all the good things I have to say about A-Leads with the extremely good data quality, real-time enrichment, all those good things, they're all kind of getting overshadowed by having such a not great API. And for anyone who wants to do marketing at scale, 500 per request is just not feasible. We're sending thousands, tens of thousands per month. 500, or not per even per request, 500 max on the pages. So you need to make new search parameters every time you hit that 500 max just on the people search. And don't even get me started on the company search where the max page is 5. It is major issue. I'm currently talking with them to see if we can do something about it. I actually literally inquired, it's like, why do you guys even do this? And you don't even show it on your API docs. When I purchased this, there's nothing that it said that, hey, um, we max this at 5 pages. We max this at 20 pages. You only get 26 results per page. Nothing says that. You know, I go down here all the way down to page, current page. That's all it says. It doesn't say max page 5, max page 20. It doesn't say that. Anyways, you guys can see I'm pissed off about it. It's really been messing me up because I got A leads, you know, all super excited about it. And I started integrating in all my flows. And the first, you know, like 5, 10, 15 worked perfectly fine. Sorry guys, it was getting really hot. I had to put on a shirt right quick. But yeah, the first, you know, 5, 10, 15 ran fine. And I didn't even realize it. And then I hit this error that was like max page limit hit. And I was like, what the heck is that? I've never hit that before using Apollo. And I've gone through hundreds of pages. So they might have a limit too, but it's not freaking 20 pages. And you can get 100 data points per page. So Apollo's API, guys, way better. Significantly better. Not even close. Data quality obviously still goes to A leads, but amount of data found goes to Apollo. Anyways, I'm kind of circling back on that last video I did. Nonetheless, let me keep on keeping on. I just want you guys to be aware of the major limitations that do come with this. And so to circumvent this, what you basically have to do is you have to get a third data piece. And let's say, you know, you can find it through Google Maps or you know, whatever your third data piece is, you need something flowing into the A-Leads API for them to search from. So you need that third piece, which is probably going to increase cost if you didn't create some sort of scraping infrastructure on your own, you know, via code, which is not great. And because a lot of times you just want to say, hey, I want to find, you know, manufacturing companies with, you know, 1 to 50 employees in Arizona, and I just want to find them all. You don't want to have to go to a third place to find those companies. So it just increases friction a lot. It makes it a real big pain in the ass. But nonetheless, let's keep on keeping on. So I'm going to show you now how to do the find email. So give me a second here. HTTP request. We go here. We go post. We go here. We go find email. You snag it from right here. Pop it in. Same thing. You go headers. Accept. Application dash JSON. Side note, N8N people, if you're listening, let me tab to the next thing. What's up with that? Why can't I just tab? It just takes me out. You know, enter doesn't take me there either. Shift tab? No. Anyways, N8N, if you're watching, add that feature. That'll make my life so much easier instead of having to click every time. And maybe there's a hotkey, I don't know. If you guys know it, let me know. But hotkey would be super cool. And then so we go x-api-key. And then we just go here to, oops, not here, sorry. Here, no, my goodness. Here, and then we go using JSON, and we go back here, and then we just see data, and we put document ID works, that's fine. First name, last name, company website works too. So we go John Doe, abc.com. And they say website, it's clearly domain. So again, another L for for A leads. They just, really rookie stuff here on their API documents, real rookie stuff. Really annoying to see. But let's see. So data, there we go. And then we just map this in, right? So we just go here and we just say, okay, let's find first name. Oh, we found member last name. Pop that in. Sometimes NADN does that. You just got to go like that. And then let's find first name, which also, if you look at the way that their data comes in all structured, all, you know, different areas, also super annoying. It's just not succinct. I can't say this enough. Their API is really not impressive at all. It's really quite annoying. So maybe that I complain enough, they'll eventually fix it and I can use them as a platform. I will be reviewing AI Arc soon enough. But I'm going to pause right quick to insert my API key so we can see results. Okay, cool. So it looks like we found the first person, Mary Bryan, MK Bryan and Empower. Quality good, results okay. One thing that is cool about them that if you see quality bad and results like null, they're not going to charge you for that, or at least they shouldn't. What I find really concerning is it always says email find successful, which I think that's just saying that it successfully ran the email find API key. And then down in the data is where it says if it's, a good email and it's going to actually charge you for it. But that's it. That's how you find the people. Super easy. And like I said, so if you want to get that to work infinitely, you're going to need to attach something right here. Like let's say an Appify actor. That's not like an Appify actor that first finds, let's say, the companies in the specific industry, and then you feed in the company to this request that finds the people in that company. That's probably a more successful model you can use. Obviously, it's going to increase your cost because you're going to have to get a third-party data source. But hey, maybe there's like a free API in like the Google Docs or something like that that you can use to get your third-party information to feed into A-leads to circumvent that limitation. And I should mention for the company request, company search here, it's the same thing. So if you look at, and let me pause and get rid of my API keys. If you look at this right here, this advanced filter, blah, 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 all this stuff, all these parameters, it's the same thing. So I just add, organization here. You can see instead of advanced filter, it just says company filter, and then everything else is the same. And so you can do the same thing where you literally just copy and paste this directly in. You keep all of these parameters the same, the accept application destination, x-api-key, and then you just change the URL endpoint and you are good to go. But if you guys have any questions about that, if you have any issues, just let me know. Otherwise, I hope you guys found this video useful. This is the A-Leads API request tutorial video. And I got some more cool stuff coming out, some really cool stuff about Cloud Code, AI agents, all that stuff. I've been super behind just working in my business and on my business. And so anyways, see you in the next one, guys. Like and subscribe if you found it useful, and I'll catch you then.